Hi there, how are you doing? Welcome in. Thought I'd come on and do a Divine Feminine reading. Haven't done one of those specifically for a while. Just uploaded last week the Divine Masculine reading, and he was about, oh, sorry, didn't realize that was pushed up against, get my shit together here, right? There we go. Hi. So Divine Masculine's reading. There was like this a little bit of a resurgence of hope coming within the Divine Masculine. It's like that desolation, that's an interesting word, was kind of lifting from the Divine Masculine, and they were starting to see just what they had to clear out of their lives to allow and open up to the energy of receiving and moving toward the Divine Feminine. I'm a little OCD. If I'm not in the middle, I have a problem sometimes. Sometimes I'm not. That's all right. I can deal with it, but today's not one of those days. So yeah, so let's tap in and see where the Divine Feminine is. Because if I remember correctly, that Divine Masculine reading did have the Empress coming out. His focus was, right, move, just whatever I need to do to move toward the Divine Feminine, energetically, physically, within their own selves, fit it wherever it fits for you. But they were clearing. Also, it's like I'm talking about the Divine Feminine here, but Divine Masculine wants to reiterate what the reading was about. I feel like the Divine Masculine wants to solidify for the Divine Feminine, look, I am doing the work. I'm doing the inner work. I'm doing the outer work. It might be a little bit backwards to what you've been doing, Divine Feminine, but I'm doing the work. And I understand that they're like, it's like I can see the process now. The Divine Masculine is saying I can see the process. So they just want to reiterate that for the Divine Feminine. So let's just take a look, see where the Divine Feminine is at energetically. What does she want to bring through? What is she going through? I also have Mother Mary, my Mother Mary deck that has a final message for us. Let's see what that is. But we're going to start out with the Priestess of Light Oracle. Thank you. I am hearing there's more in here, so let's see. So we have this one, though. We've got the Abundance card coming out, Fortune, Wealth, and Plenty. So there's a lot of not only financial abundance that's about to open up or is opening up for the Divine Feminine, but it's more about her self-worth. What does she feel worthy of? What does she feel deserving of? It is a 28 card, so a 10. So beginning a new cycle. Oh, gosh, kind of threw right in my face here. And there's the Divine Mother, Mother Mary coming through. Love it. Another, okay, so we've got 2 10s here. It says nurturing, compassion, and care. I love that card. But we have 2 10s here. So 1 1, we're on the right path. If anyone needed to, any clarification of that, if your path has been confusing, this is your heads up, or your clarification rather, that yes, everything is working out in divine order. You are on the right path. Mother Mary coming through with, just this gentle touch of nurturance here and love. I feel like I can say that the Divine Feminine has been through a very challenging cycle within the last 2 years, and there's been a lot of deep healing, a lot of ancestral healing, a lot of generational healing. there's in all of that disrupts the nervous system, right? Especially if it's done in overload, if it happens, all at once. It seems like where you just feel like things start to settle, then you try to catch your breath and something else happens. Certainly, I can relate to that. Y'all know that. It's been a roller coaster since Mom's passed, so it's that's I'm it's interesting that I'm picking that up here, but there's been a long cycle, and Mother Mary is just saying, come and rest with me. Come and rest with me. Things are starting to fall into place. Yeah, I don't feel like there's anything right now that the divine feminine is being pushed to do. It's more like she's allowing and receiving whatever nudges, and then she plays that out, this feels like more of a time of just taking care of your heart and your soul, your body, your mind, nurturing yourself, because abundance, I feel like what's coming in is going to be coming in very quickly and in abundance. It's going to be a lot that's going to come in. It's like we need to rest now because something's about to burst through the door. A whole new life, I'm hearing. A whole new life is about to burst through the door. A whole new you. Oop, can't even spell that. So now we're in rest mode. We're in that that period between the doing for the preparation, and now we're just taking a beat, taking a moment, taking a breath. Because we're gonna be getting busier. And I have a feeling it's because we're going to be fully stepping into our light and stepping out into the world in that new energy, that new frequency that we've been becoming. The hidden knowledge, Akashic records, silent understanding, beautiful high priestess energy here. I want to say, only because this card came out, but because of what's currently flowing through me is I've been getting a little more in touch with the Akashic records, and especially in where it's pertaining to my lineage, the women and the men before me, right? Specifically the women, but not always. That's very... So I love how spirit works, because, there are some of us readers who we are meant to be so aware of our experiences, because I'm sure you've noticed before on this channel that, my space is cleared. I'm saging, I'm using my bells, or my singing bowl, whatever. I'm clearing my space. And still the messages that start to come through are still, it's like my experience still is. So, but I understand it now more, that I'm meant to go through what I go through so I can let you know, number one, that you're not alone. And so I can express a little more clearly what the message is that's going to come out with the tarot and whatnot. It's like they put me in it so I can experience it, so I can be able to express it. And I I love that. I take that on wholeheartedly, and like stepping in and saying yes, whatever you need to show me. And I did that in 2022. I said whatever it takes, and boy, they were not kidding, right? Whatever it takes. But this high priestess energy, it's a 52, so a 7, very spiritually connected, tapped in, turned on, tuned in, just all, I don't want to say all knowing, but yes, all knowing. Not in any kind of lower vibrational way. This is like she walks in silence. There's a stealthiness, not a sneakiness, but so this is just like they come so quickly. I can't catch them, and I can't bring them through quick enough, these messages. But also, it's like my 3D vocabulary just does not encapsulate, and that's the word I'm being given, the language of the higher realms. So I've got to kind of have one foot up there, one foot down here when I'm reading. And I hope my messages come through clearly. Many of you do state that they do. I appreciate that. But so we have been prepared. Now we're in the rest mode because we're going to be asked to shine very soon, even brighter than I'm hearing the dimmer switch is broken. So that means that the light shines only at the brightest, I guess. It's like it has, there's only one level, you know. You've got a three-way bulb, but the only level that works is the highest one. That's what this is. We've already gone through the lower levels of our learning to shine and be out in the public eye, and to really be who we are authentically, our sovereign being, in front of brothers and sisters, friends, co-workers, and so, see, there it is again. You know, I was gifted an opportunity yesterday to be me in front of my sister, fully me, unapologetically me yesterday. So that felt amazing, and that's what this is. So, and it wasn't me boasting. It was just me being real to me. This hidden knowledge, this is about letting that flow from us. Once we receive it, once we know what, have a higher understanding of it, then it can flow from us. And who knows what kind of seeds that will plant, right? All right, let's get into this. That was a long 13 minutes there. So a big intro with these 3 cards here. But I love the Divine Mother came through. I'm telling you, I shit you not. Her deck is sitting right here. So she certainly has got her hand all over this. Yeah, I'm going to take the cards on the bottom of the deck, Spirit says, because I saw it. We've got the Tower here. 4 of Pentacles. Jeez. The 10 of Pentacles, and that's as far as I'm going. Yeah, there's been certainly a disrupt to our safety or security in the past few years. For some, somewhere between 4 and 10 years. So go back 2016, go back to 4 years ago. What were you working through? That's when, maybe that's when the different layers of light kind of, okay, that dim setting doesn't work anymore. Now we've got to bump up to the middle setting, right? But when we get there, we see things very clearly, and we see what needs to be eradicated. For some, this has been our relationship with money. For others, it could be a family lineage. You know, what patterns have we been holding on to that no longer serve us? What beliefs, you know? And this tower is coming in to break, you know, to shake up this one here so she can release what she's been holding on to. Instead of embracing it so tightly with a death grip, the white knuckle grip, now it's, you know, she lets go, then she's open, and she's the Empress then, or Empress in training wheels. Our training wheels are off though. This feels like energy that might be coming back up this week. I am recording this on the 11th of May 2026, so yesterday was Mother's Day here in the States, but yeah, this is a see how she's here. She's like, she looks very young, maybe immature, maybe not fully aware of herself. And here now she's open, she's receptive, she's calmed the inner shadows, she's met the inner shadows, she's befriended herself, she's nurtured herself, she's one with nature, she's very abundant, she's living the path that was laid out before her, and she is taking everything that was laid out before her by her ancestors, and she's reinventing it. She's reinventing herself, creating this stable foundation, because this is, see here in the background, this dwelling, this is it. That old structure needed to be released inside of us, outside of us, in our minds, whatever that was. And now there's a new structure being built. That's you. And moving forward, you're going to be more abundant, because we've got, evidently, it's here. And I'm not just, you know, saying financially, I'm talking spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you know, good health, physically. It's everything. It's everything. It's like, look at the multiple hands she's got. It's like everything she touches is gold. Everything she touches, I'm hearing brings dividends. Is that the right word to say? But that, I mean, that's what I'm hearing. So that's what I'm going to say. So it's like the Midas touch. Yeah, look at this. The Fool and the Star, two major arcanas jumping right out here. She's taken a risk in this healing, this whole healing process. Back whenever this divine feminine said, "Yep, whatever it takes, I'm in." She may not have realized just what type of risk she was taking, but along the way, she's realized the healing that has come along with it. Right? It may not have felt good getting there. There has been a lot of layers of transformation, and she's come to the edge of maybe giving up on herself, maybe giving up on this connection with the divine masculine. But she never did. She just kept reinventing herself, kept healing herself. And that in and of itself, I'll say that really quick, that has renewed, see, I struggle with that word, Spirit, but we're going to say it, hope within the divine feminine. I got to get right with that word, because for me, hope says that there's something lacking, or that you just, oh yeah, hope that happens. I don't know. It's very lackluster to me. I don't know. I don't know. So I know some of you understand me, but I can't express it. So let's see where else the divine feminine is. Ooh, look at that. So this card, when it was coming out, it kind of did this all the way up my arm here, and then before it landed. So there could be some confusion around the divine masculine energy, but it's clearing and it's landing. I feel like the divine feminine's saying, through the healing that she's done, she's able to feel this renewal of the divine masculine, because it's occurring within her as well, right? He went on a trip right up out of that deck. Seven of Pentacles. So I keep getting that 7-year mark there. So go back into your journey 7 years ago. What was that? 2018? 19? Gotta do my fingers. 18. I don't know when it was. I can't do the math. It's too early. Something about that time. I keep getting, and I'm feeling it here, that Strength card. Some of us divine masculines, divine feminines, were waiting on the divine masculine. But I feel like while we waited, it may have started out that way, didn't end up that way because we're no longer doing that, right? We've discovered something about our truth, who we are. It's like the seeds we thought we were planting for a specific thing actually grew within us. I like that a lot. Wow. Too many. Let's see what else the Divine Feminine wants us to know here. Where is she energetically, currently, in her mind, in her heart? What's going on in a 3D? Definitely reinventing herself. She has been for quite some time. Oh my goodness. All right, what do we got here? We've got the Death card actually landing right near the spot it needed to go. So there's definitely a transformation, and here it is. Queen of Swords. Look at the butterflies that are all the way around her. She knows who she is now. She's very clear. Like I said, while she was waiting for one thing to happen, something else happened. She found herself. She found, I know that's a cliche, but she found her truth. She transformed herself in this process. Chills right down my back. 8 of Cups. Now it's been a journey, right? 8 of Cups. Now she's looking toward the horizon. She may have had to walk away from the divine masculine in the past because it's the 8 of Cups. The Fool, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups are in the past position on the table as I'm reading it. So, many of you divine feminines, you chose to take a risk. No longer sitting on the couch waiting. You've transformed what it meant to wait for the divine masculine, and discovered that. And you had to probably walk away from not just the divine masculine, because we can't really do that, right? But we had to put our energy and our focus somewhere else, on ourselves. We had to focus on something else, like the light that's at the end of the tunnel, and we just kept moving. For many of us, yeah, we had to walk away from people, situations, jobs, even. Many of you did. You took a risk, and you left the corporate world and started reading tarot, or something along that lines. But the biggest journey was the journey to yourself, this transformation. Knowing and remembering that, come here, that the divine masculine is not separate from you. I know for me, like in the beginning, it was like before I really even knew what a twin flame was. It was more of a physical 3D relationship. Even though I knew that it was so much more than that and so much different than that, I didn't have the words to express what that was and even understand what that was. So I know I'm not the only one out there that, you know, originally thought that, but then in that process of finding and discovering who we really are, right, at soul level, at the truth, at the core, then, you know, we come into a better understanding of what this connection is. It is a non-severable connection. This sword isn't being used to sever it. It's being used to stand in the truth and in the light of it. I like that. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's been an integration here. There's been, oh boy, has it been a process. So the Divine Feminine, we have been through hell and back. We have recreated ourselves. We've had to face our shadows. We have to heal our lineage, heal our inner child, heal beliefs and patterns. We've had to go through the ego death to rise again. And right now, as we're in this rest mode because of all the preparation we've been doing for the last how many years, for some of you could be 7 years, others much longer. Much longer. I mean, 21 years, 22 years here, but interesting. 22. I didn't realize it was a master number year for us. Okay, all right, but now we're integrating everything that we have become, the embodiment of that which we are. And we're remembering, right? Oh, wow. That's the title, The Embodiment. Wow. I got the new moon in Taurus speaking in my ear here. All right. That's important. That's coming up this weekend. One more card here to finish out my spread, so we can finish talking about this. Not much more to say, I don't think, but we'll see here. That's too many. I'm sorry. Wow. So there's a lot that's coming in that wants to come in. So there's a lot of ways that this can close out for each and every one of us, of course. So now that the Divine Feminine is got she's been clear. Okay, hang on. Thank you. Why is that coming out? 5 of Wands. What is that? Going right to it. Clarify that, please, Divine Feminine. This week, there's going to be some things you may need to face outside of you, within you. Come on. What is this 5 of Wands? It feels... It's the only card on the table that's given me a second, that I'm giving a second look at. So it just feels like this is a moment in time that comes up. Some of us may need to rub elbows with people we don't want to rub elbows with. Some of us may need to have a conversation that we really, there it is, aren't looking forward to. But you're the High Priestess. You're the divine feminine. Don't forget that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to say to you right now, out of 12 cards on the table, well, there's more. The feminine energy there's more of the feminine energy on this table than there is of the masculine energy. Even though we can add this into it because this is the divine masculine in their feminine energy, right? So there's balance, there's integration. Balance, integration, clarity, truth, sovereignty. Now that's when we can step into the light because there's that equilibrium. But there's a moment. What is that moment? Let's see what flew out here. Oh, it's nothing. It could be, so Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Sun. This is where the divine starts bringing in for the feminine that which she's ready to receive. And this is a hiccup that says, am I ready for it? This is just an old thing. It's like a moment. It's a flash. It's not long lasting. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have a foundation to it anymore. That's what this is. You're going to be shown this week, Divine Feminine, what no longer outside of you or inside of you has any staying power, or what friendships or connections have no staying power. But you're also going to be shown what does. And what does is the truth of this. There is no separation. Four of Wands, the twin flame card, the Sun. I'm telling you, Lionsgate, it keeps coming through for me in my own personal readings and readings I'm doing for others, in your guys' readings. The Lionsgate holds significant key, which it always does for twin flames, right? The 7-7 portal and into the 8-8 portal is significant. 6-6 portal starts, well, it doesn't start the ball rolling, but you can feel the intensity of it going and building. There is a divine union. There's a new foundation that gets set from your inner light. This is a feminine energy standing in the Sun, which is a masculine energy, fully integrated, ready to shine, ready to express outward that which you are, unapologetically. I want to say here, I'm being shown the Queen of Cups, and I'm being reminded of what my dear friend Sadie says to me when that comes out every time she reads for me, and it's been coming out for the last couple years when she's read for me, is the Queen of Cups has been saying there needs to be a softening of my rough edges. She's showing herself, there is a softening of your inner masculine rough edges. There's a clarity about what that inner energy means for you individually, right? And collectively, the inner masculine is our protector. I feel like it's been a little backwards, where it's been protecting our hearts. You know, it's been closing us off. We've thought we were putting up healthy boundaries. Maybe that's what's going to be shown to us, where, you know, are the boundaries we've put up allowing us to receive, or are they leaving us closed off and not open? The universe has a say in it, because I got a feeling this is a cycle that's closing out for many of us divine feminines, of where we don't stand in our truth. So this week we're going to be gifted opportunities to put our healing to work, to really show ourselves, mainly show the universe, because we really don't need to show others. We don't need that validation if you're at this level of healing. This is just to show us what we've achieved through all the hard work, through all the shadow work, through all the ego deaths, the dark nights of the souls, through the choosing ourselves, choosing our higher path, choosing to be in alignment with a version of ourselves that is, fill in the blank, abundant, confident, like I said, fill in the blank for yourself. We chose ourselves. We chose this path, this journey, rather, which is, we chose it before we even got here. We chose to be on the twin flame path. We had to agree to it before we were incarnated and reincarnated and reincarnated. We had to choose it. And in so doing, we chose ourselves. I feel like what's being shaken up here is, and what's been being cracked open, is that remembrance of that. No, I already chose this path. Why am I letting old stuff or other stuff outside of me convince me it's not what I know what it is? Know what that come out, right? Get what I'm saying? You're the high priestess. You have that knowledge, that hidden, innate knowledge of what this journey really, truly is. And each and every one of you knows what the outcome of your twin flame connection is meant to be. Don't let anyone else convince you. I do have a belief that if we incarnate at the same time and one of us or both of us have that knowing of, this is a different connection, this is something different here, then we are meant to physically live out at least our final days with one another, because that closes that chapter, that volume of our Akashic records. It closes our earthly soul contract, because I know for me, this is my last time around. It's the last time around for my twin flame as well. So I don't know what lifetime you're on for yourself and for your journey, but where was I going with that? I don't know. We're just having a conversation here, Spirit. This is where this right here is just a hiccup. It's an opportunity for you to choose something that looks like this instead of like this or like that. Okay? Just to put it in simplest terms again. Let's talk about this death card right in the middle. Right in the middle. I do want to take note, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas. So 5, number of change. I feel like this summer is going to change whoever this resonates for, this is going to change your twin flame. You're going to see the big change in your twin flame connection. By time, the middle of August, by time Leo season ends. I've been getting Leo for quite a long time. Leo actually has become twofold for me. It is talking about Lionsgate this year, but it's also a new guide that I have that I've been working with. So there in Leo, the name of strength, the very confident, self-confidence. I'm hearing the word refined. I don't know about that, but where did I get that? I think it was in one of the zodiac readings. Now I've got to see it. I got to find it. I'm not finding it. Where did that come from? Something about you're being refined. I'm not seeing it. I must not have written that down. But sorry, that phrase stopped me in my tracks. You're being refined. Was it the Capricorn reading? About the alchemical process being alchemized. Anyway, divine feminine, yes. You've been alchemized. You are being refined. I feel like we're going to be moving through something this week that may bring up some old shadow. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's gonna show us our, you know, our true worth. Maybe we do have the new moon in Taurus on the 16th, 17th-ish this weekend. And what did I write down for that? I will do a reading on that, but I wrote down releasing what isn't sustainable, so what is can anchor in. So we do have the abundance card coming out here, but right now we're being asked to nurture ourselves. We're getting like the final preps, the final prep, and the prep is actually rest. Happens when we rest. Yes, that is the truth. Look at that. I'm clarifying the death card, and we get 2 aces out and the 8 of wands. This abundance, this creativity, could be spiritual awakening, like I don't want to make it sound like our awakenings prior, our different levels have been false, but there's like, I want to say the true awakening, something really lands. And here's the 8 again. That's August. So 8 portal. It happens fast. Even though this transformation has happened in stages over the years, what's coming next happens fast. It has got a incredibly beautiful intensity to it. This moment might be like I said, a little bit of the old stuff coming up, even though we've transmuted, we've cleared fear, doubt. It's just to show us, no, that's not the energy I'm in anymore. I'm in this lioness energy. I am abundant. I am strong. I am confident. You know, that Leo, energy. It's taken some time, but right now it's gonna, when it comes in, it's gonna feel like it's coming really quickly. Let's get a little bit moving forward. A little more. Oh, thank you. Knight of Wands. The gates are open, I'm hearing. So this divine masculine has been being, how is that coming through? Held back. Let's just put it that way. They've been held back. They've been holding themselves back from. This feels more like, no, I want to take that back. It doesn't feel like they've been holding themselves back. Some maybe, but I'm feeling more like they've been, like the universe has been holding this divine masculine back, and they've been chomping at the bit. There's this intensity, this passion to find, I don't mean sexual passion. I mean internal burning fire that says, I'm ready for my life with my divine feminine. And that's what I was getting before with their reading. I remember the song that came through, I wrote it down, Ain't No Woman Like the One I Got, from the Four Tops. Renewal of hope, tired of living the Groundhog Day, cleaning their plate on the way to the divine feminine is what I wrote down. So here he comes. Here they come. The gate is open. So divine feminine, once you are fully, like, they only mirror your energy. And there it is. 2 cups. Union. Reciprocity, I'm hearing. I see you, you see them. What you give to one another. It's look at the blending of the 2 cups here. He's pouring his cup into her. Not him taking, it's not the other way around where she's pouring her cup into him. She's already done that by pouring it into herself. Ooh, that's cool. Now it's his time to give back to the divine feminine's energy. I like that a lot. That's why he's here as the King of Cups. He's giving to himself, his feminine energy within, giving to the divine feminine, you, by giving to his heart, choosing what brings him joy, what feeds his soul. There's a beautiful, intricate weaving going on, and I love that, because I've always known that, you know, because I was always given this phrase of, you know, it's like, oh, I've been shown like the sewing needle with this very shiny, silvery, sparkly thread, and it's just weaving, and it goes back and forth into this, you know, into the infinity sign, and it's just now. It's like now that's being realized by both. Let's get one more card moving forward for this divine feminine. Now something can land. Something can materialize. So this could start through dreams. There might be some healing for many of us left to do. I do want to say on their way to you, divine feminine, the divine masculine may need to break a heart. But I want to say mostly that this is the healing of the physical separation between the two of you. Physical separation, okay? The distance. Because now there's a coming together. And I feel like that coming together holds more weight and healing than y'all realize. By the Sagittarius full moon, by the end of this month, for many of you, this will already happen. For many of you. That you've manifested it. Yes, there's the Ace of Swords. There she is, the Empress. Oh my gosh. I shit you not. The next card was the Emperor. I love when that happens, man. I love being surprised like that. Shocked and awed. Look at that. This has been, you've both are manifesting this. Both of you will be standing in your light, your one divine light together. You've been doing it in the upper realms. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Seriously. And then Lovers was next to that. You both have chosen yourselves. You've chosen the path, which is choosing the self. I need more hands. Look, it's too much for me to hold. I need more hands. She's got what? 1, 2, 3, 4 arms. Yep. So that would be helpful right now, holding up these cards. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. So there's 3 aces on the deck here. The one missing, the Ace of Cups. Let's see what's holding that up and where it is in the deck to see if it's far off or if it doesn't even matter where it is. Because I'm hearing it doesn't matter where it is because the time is speeding up. Time, air quotes right there, right? Time is speeding up. Where is it? We don't have it on the table, do we? No. There it is. All right. Okay. So the divine masculine has some things to work out. He's, yeah, definitely needing to clear the space in his heart space. Maybe some old stories he's been telling him about love, what love is, what a connection is, what a partnership is. Uh, Clearing up some illusions here. Yeah, I got through quite a, was it a couple weeks ago or last week, I can't remember, something about the divine masculine. A few weeks back, uh, divine masculine telling himself a different story from what he's always told himself about you, divine feminine, about the two of you, about what he had to choose in life for a partner, what he's always told himself about what love looked like and should look like or feel like. Uh, and they've discovered that they've been lying to themselves all along. And then in that, it's like somebody else lied to them, showed them something that wasn't true. So they've been uncovering a lot of illusions in the heart space and in the mind space. And it's free, and that's beautiful because what it's doing is it's freeing this cup up ready to receive the divine feminine fully. So, and the love that he has for himself, so, or they have for themselves. So I like that a lot. It doesn't matter where it is in the deck, because there is no time. That, even though it was almost to the end, that could happen. All that stuff that could clear in an instant, because that's what these aces can do. That's what the Ace of Cups can do. It can transmute anything that doesn't serve and doesn't belong anymore in an instant. So let's get our final message, again using the Mother Mary Oracle. I am going to be reading out of the book for this, and they are a little lengthy, so I might have to skip around and shorten it up because I know this has gotten almost an hour here. But thank you. If you're still here, thank you for watching. I appreciate that you're here. Something new going to be coming to the channel, ladies and gents. Going to be starting to go live, thanks to a suggestion from a beautiful friend. If she's here, thank you. You know who you are. To do lives for Twin Flames, but not doing personal readings, doing them by the zodiac. So I'm not quite sure when that will start, how that will start, what day it'll be, because I won't, like I said, I won't be taking questions. I will just be going through the zodiac signs and reading on the twin flame energy. So I really don't know. I mean, does it matter for you guys if I'm consistent? You know, like every Monday or every Friday or every Wednesday or Thursday, you know, does it matter to you if I'm consistent with when I do a live, or surprise you, you know, surprise you? I don't know. You have to tell me. So we've got, flying out of the deck here, we've got Our Lady of Love. Is that, can you, here, let's do that. Can we, oh, there's glares everywhere. So let's take a look. It's a 42 cards, so it's a 6. So let's read the little message here from Mother Mary first. It says, I am love, calling you home to my heart. I am your mother, you are my child. There is nothing to fear and only love to be. Cast aside both doubt and the walls that have held you back from the world. Enter the sacred dwelling of the heart and open the gate wide, allowing me to enter in love to pour forth to nourish your world. Yeah, as soon as I read that, casting aside both doubt and the walls that have held you back from the world, I don't have to read anymore. Yeah, this is about us shining ourselves, not being afraid to let the world see us. This is about, you know, some of you will be standing up for a cause, you know, or something like that. I'm seeing like fighting for the underdog. And I've said that before in another reading, but our Mother Mary, Divine Mother, is here. And right now, we are in that sacred space of rest because we've done the preparation work. The training wheels are off, and we are getting ready to, both of us, masculine and feminine, are getting ready to bust through the gate. Because as soon as the Divine Feminine fully, I mean fully steps out, you're going to start seeing evidence of that being reflected back to you in your Divine Masculine's movement. Okay? Because think about it. If your Divine Masculine's not present, then you're not ready. You're not in alignment. It's a hard pill to swallow, even though you could say, well, yeah, I am. Well, maybe you're not. And we might be, I don't know why this is coming through now, because at the end of the reading, but some of us may be saying, well, they've got to do the work. Well, I'm telling you, they are, because you are. But if they're not in your physical reality or energetic reality, that's saying something very loudly to you. I don't know why somebody needed to hear that. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me. If you want your own personal twin flame reading, you know the email's in the description box. Please hit me up. We'll get that scheduled and get that done. I can do live video chat, or I can record you your own reading with an unlisted link for YouTube. Okay? I love you. Have a great day. Have a great week. And remember, this is just a hiccup. Just be aware of it when it comes up within you, or if it comes into your environment. Don't let it throw you off course. Show this energy just what the hell you're made of. Talk to you soon. Bye.